Good morning, everyone. It's a new week. What does that mean? It means new tourists, new guards, new horses, new fun, new experiences, new encounters, and most importantly of all, new videos. This is the beginning of the week at the famous phone box. Hey guys, where are you from? Viva España! Have a good day. Okay, so they're happy because there is a red phone box. Okay, I was going to say Viva Mexico, but then I suddenly, oops, it was Viva Mexico. But they're not Mexican, folks. They're Spanish. Oops, I wasn't expecting that. They broke my my train of thought. But hey, well done, guys, and welcome to London, visiting from glorious Spain. Big Ben, also known as the Elizabeth Tower, for the pedants that are watching the channel. Okay, wait, very important call is coming in from Bolivia. Who's on the line? It's the President of Bolivia. Hola, how can I help you? Well, ladies and gents, oh, another call already. It's extraordinary how busy this phone box is. People from all around the world get calls from their national leaders to make sure that they're safe in London. Panamanian president on the phone. Of course, go ahead, of course. Oh, I thought he was asking if he could go ahead. I thought he was going to go into the box. Nope, bro does not want to go into the box, which is a shame. Because if he had gone into the box, we'd have had a call from Nicaragua as well. Oh, somebody's got a horse's head, guys. It's a reshoot of The Godfather. Yep. Now, I'm pretty... Sorry, excuse me. Thank you. Absolutely not concentrating some of these tourists, 100%. We're a little bit squished here today. Just a bit. In fact, quite a bit. Are we going to make it through? That's the key question. Yes. We're safely through in one piece. Ooh, interesting. I'm seeing folks with little radios about today. Now, I wonder why that would be. Security level seems to have gone back to how it was the week before last. From what I can see at the moment, there are far less police. Far less, actually. There's no visible police presence on Whitehall at this point. Mr. Nicaragua walking parallel with me, giving me very dirty looks. He reminds me of Sonny from The Godfather. Actually, I've just realised, hold on, of course, he's playing the role of Sonny. That Godfather reshoot, they've got the horse's head ready. I guess they're here to cast the other parts. Who could play Don Vito Corleone? Anyone? Oh. Okay, those wreaths are gloriously untouched at the cenotaph. That's a good thing. Now, my timing today is a little bit later than usual. Well, there are two reasons why I'm a bit later than usual. One is that I'm lazy, as all of you know, and two is I wasn't entirely sure whether I'd even be able to make it out this morning. So I guess that's a result. Yeah. It's got to be a result, and I'm glad I am out actually, even though it's pretty cold, guys. It's about 9 degrees, something like that. The glorious dead. Anzac Day coming up in a few days. Will I be there? Anzac Day, folks, is actually Anzac middle of the night. I will try to work on my sleeping pattern between now and then. And if I can get there, I will get there, but I can't promise it simply because it's going to destroy Friday as well. It really will. For some reason, I've noticed I'm past the point where I can go to bed at 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. And wake up and have a normal day the next day. These days it takes typically 2 days to recover. Signs of advancing age, people. Okay, so we're past Downing Street, which is at normal levels. It is odd, isn't it, how a couple of days ago it can be super chocker with police here, yet today there's not a single officer in high vis. I guess, to be honest, that's why in the past protest groups, most famous of course Just Stop Oil, typically target, or did used to typically target spots in and around the centre on Monday mornings. Maximum disruption. So people trying to go to work, but minimal visible policing. Oh, hold on. We've got a very important person. So important, he's got his own photographer. Who's this important looking fellow? Look, he's got his own photographer and he's got someone opening the door. Who's that? Is he important?
I don't know.
Wait, you were taking his picture but you don't know who he is?
Don't know yet.
Oh, you're going to look him up?
Yeah.
He looks important. Okay, good luck. Okay, so he's a Press Association photographer. He'll just be jobbing, taking pictures along Whitehall of MPs and other people dashing between government departments. Look them up when he gets home, if it's someone important or there's a news story. Boom. Oh, pictures on the back of the bus. Ta-da.
This is what they have to do. Come on,
Interesting job that, actually, being a PA photographer. Not easy work. Oh, people even posing in front of the bus. That's actually a good shot that she's got. Look, T15 bus that's going to St Paul's Cathedral. But it's not in service. Rather like my brain at this time in the morning, people. Okay, I was secretly hoping that I'd get here once the boxman had already been changed over. And you know what? They have. They have. It is the Blues and lovely Royals. And more good news, people. I decided to be smart and switch my brain on yesterday. And I edited the horsey list to make it in order. So now the whole list, all 200, goes from low number to high number. Whereas before, God knows why actually looking back, before the list was sorted by regiment and then into divisions based on troop within the regiment. Which, although that is kind of nice, it's kind of a useful list for this purpose, i.e. for telling you the horse names, because we don't need to know which troop the horse is in or which troop the troopers are in. All we need to know is that this is the regiment and this is the name of the horse. So now we've got two columns, one the lifeguards and two the Blues, and the horses are sorted in numerical order. Okay, so trooper that a lot of you ladies said you would leave your husbands and kids for. Here he is, he's back. Looking absolutely splendid this morning, as is the horse, who I think is, wait, look how quick it's going to be for the look up now. Second guys, let's have a peek. Somebody mentioned to me yesterday, why don't you use the zoom for taking the picture of the horse? It's like, hello, what do you think I do already? I instinctively think this is one we had trouble with the other day. Yep, it is. This is the Blues horse that still doesn't have a name, people. We saw this one last week. Actually, it was the same trooper on the same horse last week. Those of you that are, how do we say, good equine detectives, and you know, those of you that I'm talking about or referring to, can almost certainly, if I can't, get the name of that beauty. It's got, actually, wait, let me, hold on one second. Let me give you a bit of a head to toe before I stroll off. The tiniest little white markings on the back feet, very distinctive actually. Nothing at all on the front feet. A minor, what is it? Is it like a mini star? Actually, it's more like a crescent moon actually than a star, isn't it? Horses, what do you mean? I thought it was a star all these years. Look, doesn't want to talk to us anymore. It's had enough. Yep, that is the one, guys, that isn't on the list. It's still marked with a question mark at the bottom of my list, which is kind of unfortunate. Oh, he's moving a little bit. Not a happy horse. Let's hope he doesn't decide to run off. Meanwhile, here's this beauty. Morning, just us. Just us. And one more. Okay, right, here we are. Another fine looking fellow on the horse, and a fine looking fellow saluting the fine looking fellow on the horse. C'est super. Right. Now, I was going to say to you guys, I'm going to look up this horse, but I don't need to. It's okay, it's okay. Because we know which horse we've got here, don't we? Oh yes, we do, everybody. I'll give you a clue. This horse's name begins with the letter O. Okay, that's what I'm going to... Look. Wait. horse actually shook his head the second I said it. No way, folks. What on earth? Yep. Oh yes, it's O. Look. And we know this coffee has, this horse has a penchant for two things: coffee and crazy tourists. However, we probably won't get many of those until the lifeguards have left. That'll happen in a moment. Just inside the gate are a lot of tourists. In fact, a wall's worth of tourists. Look at them all. It is a great wall. And it's interesting because this great wall of tourists is a very unusual thing at this early point of a new week, to be honest with you. I'm not going to try and push in, folks, because for most of them it'll be their first time, but we're going to get a pretty clear view. If I go to about 2.5, we'll see those lifeguard horses leaving. How thoroughly lovely, and into the tunnel. That's the second group, guys, which means now the other group of blues are coming through the tunnel into the yard. I will try and get a little bit closer for that because it'll be super interesting to see it. So let's zoom along to the front very quickly. Alright, morning. It should only be a minute, two at the most until they come through. And they're still not letting anybody go onto the corner over here. So we've got quite a lot of familiar faces. Two boxmen at the front, both of whom we saw last week. It's the Chitsman that was on last week over this side. And we've got another familiar face as the Gatesman. So we've got 4 Gent troopers on duty right now for the first shift. Now, the slightly annoying thing is that our favourite horse at the front is not going to be there for very long. What I mean by that? Well, he'll be taken off shortly. Okay, police are moving everybody out the way at the back. That means the lifeguards are just about to leave. 35-ish minutes, give or take, we'll have with Monsieur Ormonde before he heads off. It's not a long guard, people, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting it would be. Incidentally, those of you that sent me emails over the weekend, guys, I didn't even have the time to get close to opening emails yet. I'm very behind on most things, so comments on the videos are my priority, and I will endeavour to respond to emails after. Okay, lifeguards are off, but goodbye, lovely lifeguards. I mean, I guess the good thing is that we don't need to look for Ormonde in the group of blues coming through the. Oh, see the horse reared a little bit in the middle. Yeah, we don't need to look for Ormonde because he's already here. And it's great actually that we're seeing so much of him, because I would assume, I think it's a logical assumption, that he has calmed down a little bit, because there's no way he would be back out already this week if there had been issues, serious issues, when he was here last week. Reasonable number of people in the yard, but most people think it's finished. In other words, they don't know, the majority of them, that the rest of the Blues and Royals are still to arrive and dismount right in front of us. That moment is coming up right now. So just pulling around on the parade ground, you'll see them entering the tunnel in about 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. There's the first horse. Oh, we've all been asked this morning to get behind the first white line. However, here we are, front row seats, ladies and gents. Another familiar face on horsey number 1. Oh, number 2, I've never ever seen him before. Number 3, a returnee. Number 4, formerly Tashman, famous face. Number 5, another famous face. Number 6, oh, everyone's favourite lady trooper. On a flipping massive horse. Wow, which horse has she got, folks? Whoa. That's a fine looking line, isn't it? I'm going to move across a little bit, people. Wow, number of tourists, crazy for the dismount. Okay, look at this. We've got the perfect headshot along the line. Boom. Great perspective for the shot today. I'm tossing the saddles over. I don't know why, guys, or how that came about. It's a new one to me. First horse is going in from the right first, heads by the right. Lady Trooper's horse goes in first, and then the Lady Lance Corporal of Horse at the rear. Oh wow, I'm not sure she's on. That horse looks super chunky. Like really super chunky. Okay, get ready, folks. Look at behind me. It's absolutely mad. Look, as usual. Yikes. We're going to get to the front with Mr. O before all these tourists trample me and squish my head into a cabbage. Okay. Gates are open. Wait. Right, we are out back on the strip with Mr. O. Let's see how we go. I'll try, guys, to stay as close to the middle as possible, and I will definitely focus on Ormonde. Let's see if he's chill compared to previous days and weeks. I mean, it's early, so he might not be angry yet. That is a real squish here. I'm loving Bro's little pink outfit. Right, that's it. We're kind of in the front, I guess. Hold on. Let's see what happens. I'm loving Bro's outfit. That is more bling than I've seen on any cartel guy ever. Even Pablo didn't have that much bling. What?
You said that a lifeguard fell over, didn't you, Friday?
Yeah, last was it Friday or Saturday?
It might be
Saturday,
yeah.
Actually, don't even remember. No, actually, it was on Saturday. So I wasn't here yesterday. Yeah. Yep, Saturday morning. He was a champ though. He got straight up. He was absolutely right as rain.
Yeah?
Afterward, yeah, absolutely, like a true pro. Just like Ormonde, folks.
You didn't film him though, did you?
Of course I filmed it. I was standing right there. His face wasn't to the camera, and I did have a chat with a few people. They were like, "It's not a problem at all." He wasn't hurt. There was nothing wrong. So the video went up. If you pulled him over and broken his back, broken his leg, bloody nose, of course it wouldn't have been. Absolutely not. Tough call.
Told me about it, Charlie. It was about 10 o'clock.
Yep, it was. Yeah. In fact, it was the first of the day. Yeah, the first chipsman of the day that slipped.
First start.
Yeah. Yep. Oh.
No, he's been wanting to do
He even knows what he's doing.
well, no. Very much. He knows what he's doing, or he doesn't know what he's doing.
He definitely, well, I mean, both to be honest, depending which way you look at it.
I like that. There's a thing on the side, nearly just on about that much.
Bro.
My saving something. And after that, I'm going home, so I can't.
It's a funny thing, guys. When I came out of the tube station this morning, there was a couple posing in front of a poster, and like not, I wouldn't say a queue, but a few people waiting so they could get their picture. Yep. Now this is interesting, folks, because the gatesman needs to come out of the gate, but the police haven't opened the centre gate yet. So he needs to emerge through all of these people, which I think, remarkably, he's going to do successfully. Wow, that was lucky. I don't know why the police haven't opened the central gate.
Janine.
So now he's either going to plough through two groups of people or go through the gate. What's it going to be? I have no idea, people, why they've left the central gates closed. That never happens here. They're always open pretty much instantly. And the officer did open them after the changeover. A little bit more central. Ormonde's been exceedingly well behaved this morning so far, unless he's just waiting patiently for the first victim.
¿Me la fe? ¿Eh? No te puedes acercar. Mooi. Ja, we kunnen het, ja. Ik wil eigenlijk ja, dat kan leuk, maar ik dacht eigenlijk het leuk als half uur.
Oh, one bro, don't let us down.
Gaan we waarschijnlijk wel weg.
Uh-oh.
Ja, dat is wel heel terug.
If only he knew. It's very early in the week for these sacrifices. They typically don't begin until Tuesday lunchtime. It's a famous horse.
Is it?
It's a very famous horse. This is the horse that likes to bite people and throw them on the floor.
Likes to what?
Bite people and occasionally throw them or push them onto the floor.
Oh, okay.
So be careful.
Right, oh, you've been told. Or you've been pre-warned.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times here. Oh, let's see what happens. Oh, he's wearing that, look. Where are you from, guys? Where are you from? Australia? Australia?
Yes.
Which part of Australia?
Tasmania.
Oh, you're Tasmanian. You're the first Tassies I've ever met here, actually. Lots of Aussie visitors, but no Tassies, yeah. Wow, wow. Nice to meet you.
And you as well? Where are you from?
Here?
You're from here?
Yeah, I'm from here, yep.
Yes.
I would have hated that if I'd not warned your husband and he'd gotten bitten. I would have felt very guilty. Fellow Commonwealth citizen, it's only right to tell you the dangers. Notice though, he's got like a clenched fist. There's his blaze.
Sorry?
Notice his blaze on the horse's face. Looks like a clenched fist pointing out to them.
Yeah, right.
That's kind of like, don't mess with me kind of type blaze.
Yeah,
The beauty though, isn't it?
yeah, oh yeah.
How long are you guys here for? A week?
We're heading off to Edinburgh tomorrow,
Oh wow.
and then we're going to go around Europe and then come back again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Coming back, what, you like it here that much? You can't wait to see it again already?
Yeah, well, we just come back. It's the way it's cheaper to fly in and out of London. And
Oddly
Paris
enough,
or
it's weird
something.
though that it's like that. But yeah, it's a smart way to do it for sure.
Yeah, so we'll head off around here, there, and do Paris, Germany, whatnot. Then go down to Italy, then fly back and spend a few more days here, and then head out of here.
You're making me jealous and what I hear. I'm like, I'll give you one tip. I was in Paris 2 weeks ago. It's very expensive right now.
Oh yeah.
They're ripping everyone off
'cause
big time before the Olympics.
Olympics are about to start. Yeah.
But it's nice and clean and safe.
Oh,
Really,
okay,
they clean up
right.
a lot, so you'll have a great time
Yeah, good.
for sure.
Yeah, because some people say it's pretty dirty. And,
Yeah, I was surprised last year it was a mess, but
sorry? Oh, it's support.
oh, what's the medal for? What's his medal?
Yeah, it's for the running for yesterday.
Ah,
London Marathon.
did he finish the marathon
Yeah.
yesterday? Oh
Yeah.
wow! And he's already back outside with soft shoes. I know. Wow, what a top man! They finished the marathon. You weren't considering running the marathon yesterday?
Oh, I did.
Wait, yeah.
For about 2
So,
seconds.
so did I mentally. I didn't actually get outside to do it. But wow, marathon finishers, guys, with their competition and completion medals. Great thing to see, to be honest. It really is. Oh, Mon just sneezed. Almost gave her a heart attack. Oop. The second time. Look, very, very proud people here today with their medals. I noticed actually yesterday when I was outside, I wasn't here, but I was outside in the evening, and there were so many people. Central London last night had a real vibe, okay? It was absolutely chocker with thousands of people, most of whom were walking along in sandals or soft shoes, proudly displaying their medals and wearing those kind of NASA shiny blankets to keep warm. But what I did wonder, folks, is what do the different medals denote? Okay, so for example, the chap we just saw had what looked like a sort of, I don't know, it was a different medal to the second guy. In other words, what are they? People compete in a certain time, get a different type of medal. How does it work? I didn't have the time to look it up. So if anyone could tell me what the two medals were we just saw on the two people, that would be super. Because we were thinking, oh, bronze must mean bronze, but then we saw almost everybody yesterday, last night, was wearing a bronze medal. Now, I'm guessing that the bronze is a medal for completing the marathon. In which case, the other guy, the Chinese guy, which medal did he have? Assuming I think he was Chinese, maybe Korean, but I think he was Chinese. Which medal did he have? I hadn't seen that medal. Very interesting. Looked like a silver. Oh, okay. Ormonde's suddenly woken up. Those Tazzies were lovely, folks. Wow, I must get myself to Tassie one day. Don't forget, folks, it's only when Ormonde gets super swamped with hands and gets annoyed that Viper mode is automatically activated, and boom. Oh, he is nippy. Yep, Taurus just said he's nippy, and she's right. He is a little nipper, a cheeky little nipper. Morning. The cheekiest of nippers. Nipperoo. Oh, people just walking straight in front of the camera, not caring less. Thanks, guys. The archways are packed, folks, but I'm not going to concentrate on the archways today because we didn't get enough Ormonde time last time, and new equestrians deserve that. Plus, we don't know if we'll see him again today, so carpe diem, folks. Oh. Not sure what's going on here this morning. People are being very well behaved there, look. They're not pushing in today at all. I think Ormonde has the same type as me. Slim, brunette, great smile. Let's wait and see what happens. Is he going to bite a brunette first or a blonde? No. Oh, she's saying, do not touch the horse to the kids.
Go closer to it so I can take a picture.
Oh, wait, I'm going to tell this mum to be careful. 1 second, guys.
Daisy, come over here. Chris, these aren't our horses.
Oh, yeah, she's getting super close.
You sure I'm taking this?
Oh, good lord, that's way too close to my liking with this horse.
Jules!
It's not the mum's fault she doesn't understand the danger, specifically with this horse, but more importantly with any horse. Okay, move back a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little careless to have 3 little kids that close. Most of the adults are being cautious. Look at the group. Massive number of people here, as you can see. Look, huge number of people, but most of them are being pretty cautious. Horse move, she's going to fall back into the box. This one, which is really close to the edge. Oh, another sacrifice has arrived. Lady with a baby. Oh. Gosh, if we had a little video here, guys, so Ormonde's highlights, that would be an absolute nightmare. Gatesman just screamed in everybody's face on the other side because there are just way too many people actually going through. It is absolutely jammed. Let's see what happens if he comes over to this side in a second. The people that were crowding around the horse just didn't move when he tried to come out. 1 second, guys. Let's have a little look because he's going to have to get out of here somewhere. The problem being, with this many people, how? Look at it. Look. This is how many people are surrounding the gatesman. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, thank you. Look. It's absolutely ridiculous, no? How many people there are here. Packed. I mean, luckily, they're moving out the way for him. But, goodness gracious. The crowding is completely ridiculous. And it's unusual because we're out of the holiday season, so it's kind of like, hold on a second, why is it like this? At this end, look, I'll go back to Ormonde in a second, but look at this end, around the unknown horse. I can barely push through people, to be honest. Crazy. The biggest problem of all is pushchairs. Okay, we made it back safely, guys, just like the gatesman. Thankfully. Forward a second, because if people are about to walk in front of the camera, better that they walk behind me instead of destroying your view, lovely viewer. At least we know the Blues are happy to be vocal again. I'm not sure if the audio did pick up his shout over the other end, but it was a pretty loud one.
Hij kan alleen bijten of schoppen.
Oh!
Ik heb het. Kijk maar. Je vingerlippen in dit.
Wel dan kloppen of wat?
I'm not sure what the gentleman was saying to his lady wife. I think he was saying to her move closer, and obviously she didn't want to. Can't say I blame her. I mean, if he knew what this horse was capable of, he probably insisted she get closer. That's a joke, ladies. He didn't buy life insurance before they left Holland. The nervous one's a super cute look. I mean, unless that was the world's fastest horse, it would not get to her in time even if it wanted to. So I'm not sure why she's like so jumpy. Fun with Ormonde. I mean, what better way is there to start the week, let's be honest. She was like, King, don't bite me, please. I beg you, your majesty. Oh, another mum. For not getting the kids too close this time. Which is smart. Who's up next? Sorry. Oh, so kind. Toys to help each other by taking pictures of one another. That is very thoughtful and considerate, isn't it? Now, I hope Rose Trainer's not going to scare the horse. Minutes until the changeover, people. Today there will be a part 2, ladies and gents. Now, sadly, that part 2 will not feature Ormonde until he returns at the end of part 2 for duty. Yours truly has a night outside of London ahead tonight. It's going to be a long day for me.
Nothing back up at all.
Sorry, thank you. God, crouched right under the camera to avoid getting her hair in the picture. It was very kind and thoughtful. And remarkably, guys, the sign is pretty much spot on this morning. We don't have that Shakespearean look to it, unfortunately. It's almost close, so close to being perfect. It could have been hung with a spirit level.
Vai, Caroline.
The majority, actually, of visitors and tourists that are here this morning are Spanish speakers. A couple of French people I've heard, a few Dutchies, lovely Tassies we heard earlier. But yeah, almost everyone is a Spanish speaker. You as well? She's cautious and right to be this girl. Ta-da. I have no idea how to whistle like that with 2 fingers in your mouth. Oh, dragging a scared kid over. Always a sign of good parenting. There's a little queue forming.
You have to get closer on the frame. There you go. 1, 2.
Ormonde's not going to take a bite. I'm surprised, genuinely. tourists here are very trusting, aren't they? Lots of people give complete strangers their phone. See it all day long, and it's surprising because if somebody here had an accomplice, for example, on an electric bike behind them, you could disappear in 2 seconds. I guess the deterrent factor is, well, I mean, armed police, but also the fact that there's a lot of CCTV. In other words, is it worth it? I mean, it must be actually. Oh, another medal holder. It must be worth it because it's a massive problem in certain parts of central West London, especially around Sloane Square, Knightsbridge, Chelsea these days. That area is a maze. Even for locals like myself that live there, it's an absolute maze. From South Ken, Knightsbridge through Chelsea. So many small side streets, so many places where you can quickly vanish, and so many places where the police can't follow. That's how they get away with it on little scooters and mopeds. That's a nice hat. Notice, folks, we haven't got many fluffy bobble hats this morning. I don't have one. Most of the tourists don't have one. Why? Because it's not freezing. It's cold, but we haven't got the Arctic chilly wind we had the other day. It's 5 minutes to noon. I'm still debating whether to be inside or outside for the changeover. I have noticed though that it's very busy for the changeover. Look at this. Got a whole line of kids sitting on the floor. Look. They've actually positioned them. I mean, they're in the right place. They're actually on the right line, which is a huge credit to the tour group leaders. But unusual to see quite so many people sitting on the ground. And I say, you know, it's okay in the sense that they're in the right place. But if, and we've seen it before, one of those horses has a bad reaction when he comes out into the light, that group there sitting on the floor would not be able to move out the way fast enough, would they? Imagine a horse going into that group. Let's not even think about it. I'm tempted to mention something to teachers, but again, you know what? They're just going to think I'm a busybody that's interfering. But then if something does happen, I'm going to feel guilty. So it's like, what do I do? Not my responsibility, guys, at the end of the day, I guess. Not because I don't want to, but I can't spend my whole time telling people about the dangers, because then I can't really concentrate on filming it for all of you. No, I'm going back. What did I miss? So she stood next to him.
Stood next to him. You missed it.
Oh wow. Okay, so the photographer just told me that one of the kids that was on the line actually went into the arches and stood next to the soldier. Utterly extraordinary. Something, I didn't see it or capture it, but Colin just told me. About 5 minutes ago, one of the small kids that sit on the floor in this group over here on the left walked into the arches and stood next to the soldier for their picture.
This must be changing.
I don't know, I mean, I didn't hear a shout. Very, very small kids, perhaps he didn't want to shout. Wow. Well, that's interesting, folks. We've seen kids getting shouted at and stomped at before in the archways, but we haven't actually, thus far, seen one stand right next to the trooper in the archway for a picture. Yeah, just when you think you've seen it all. Okay, so let's go to the other end, guys, where Ormonde's going to come off. That way we can get some good footage of Ormonde as he leaves to go through the gates, which was my kind of ideal from the beginning. Here he is. He seems very chill, doesn't he? Very chill. Oh, I think she's going to be the last one that's let out. Lady with a dog. And some tourists have seized the opportunity to follow her. Smart. It's 1 minute, guys, until the bell. He's one of the most majestic looking of the horses, isn't he? Just his whole posture, everything. Charles boss. And everyone waits along the line. Interesting, the bollards are down. If they go up, that dog is going for a space trip to Mars. If those bollards pop up. The yard is absolutely packed, chocker. All the way around, look at this. This is the first change of the day, okay? Yeah, we had the regimental handover changeover, but this is the first actual proper guard change for a 1 hour shift. Right, I'm seeing noon. Should be it, bing bong, any moment. The deluge actually after this is finished out is going to be the officers looking at their watches. Yeah. Right, off we go. Bing bong. To be honest, guys, Ormonde's probably the single most famous horse in London. He always agrees with me, have you noticed that? Guessing these workers, I'm not going to try and walk through with that. I'll flip the horse out massively, that big panel. Well, I think we've got Monty over there in the left-hand box. Let's see who we've got in this box in a moment. Oh, even the dog's paying attention, look. Okay, goodbye Ormonde. For the moment. Another very majestic horse that's just replaced Ormonde. Which one's this? Looks like Rawdon. It's not Rawdon obviously because it's the wrong regiment, but it looks very much like Rawdon. Let's pray it's not a new one. Nice, the gate just opened right there for the dismount. I am, guys, in a second, once things start moving, going to try and dash into the yard quickly for the gatesman. One thing I've noticed actually standing here at the front this morning is that I'm just about to finish and I'll go through the gate. 1 second, guys. Okay, they've finished. So allowed through into the yard, which is great. They're just going to change it with the gatesman now. The reason I think it'll be interesting this morning with the gatesman is because of the fact that there are no troopers out. So let's see what happens. Now, he hasn't yet come out of the archway. So I'm wondering actually if it'll be on the next hour. So it's one of these, one of this group that went into the archway. Okay, that was interesting. That was a tourist that just walked in there. I think even the police thought it was a tourist that walked in there. Wait, look. Oh no, he's escorting these guys in. Trooper just like, what the hell is this? Oh good lord. Okay, so they're not changing over this hour. So they don't get the door open quickly, then Trooper's going to need to come out. Uh-oh. Okay, bingo, they're in. Which is probably a good thing. Let's move away, let them do their business in private. Everyone's wondering where the Trooper's gone. I like the way that he side-eyed those guys with the building materials, kind of like, guys, this is not normal. I didn't see it. Did you see what happened with the kid that stood next to the guard? So about 10 minutes ago, Colin, it was you know the kids that were sitting on the floor here? One of them went into the arches and stood next to the guard for a picture. I didn't see it. Colin just told me about it. I didn't see it. But he didn't say it. The guard didn't shout at them. I think maybe because they're too small. But actually went right round and stood next to him for their picture.
Yeah, one guy, the French guy with the bugger, he went inside, he shouted.
And at the front when he shouted as well. At least we know they're back to shouting, which with this many arrogant tourists is probably a good thing. Oh. Both the archways on both sides are pretty jammed this morning, which, I mean, yeah, typically it's a good thing, not always. A lot of people doing pro photography at horse cars these days. Not entirely sure why, or indeed what they do with the images, because it's hugely frowned upon for people to be taking pictures for commercial purposes. In other words, if you take pictures of the buildings and the troopers and the horses and so on, I believe that the Crown could ask or insist that they be removed. Now the chance of somebody going into the arches on this side is, I would say, extremely high, or medium to high. Well, I do the other horse in a minute, guys, but I'm happy that as we've got Monty at one end, and we also had a lot of horse time earlier with Ormonde, I'll spend a bit of time in the yard here to see what happens. The yard will definitely be quiet in 30 minutes anyway. It's a pity that nobody was here to actually film that moment with the kids standing next to the guard in the archway, because I guess the guard just thought, you know what, the kid's too young, I'm not going to shout or say anything. Even though he could have done, would have been his right to do so. But a very awkward situation that would be, because they don't like and don't want to shout at children, ever. For obvious reasons. It could be their kids. Oh, it's good. People just sneezing all over the t-shirts on the guard shop stand there. Kids pyjama set 7 to 8. Now covered with tourist snot. Yeah. Free edition. It's a very kind of peculiar group of people we've got in here today. Standing around this small tour groups. Look, another one here. Someone is enjoying viewing the guard so much he's found himself a little seat. Look. Okay, let's see if we can pull the name of the horse that arrived in the left box. I kind of wanted to let everybody get out. This deluge of people before we try and get back to the front. Look at it, packed. The central gates being closed a lot of the time. Huge choke point. But then again, it does control the flow, so I guess that counts as a positive. So which horse have we got of this end, guys? I did mention Monty, and I'm 99% certain it's Monty, just from the glorious blaze, the way he clocked out, and that single sock. However, never hurts to confirm it, does it? And then we'll finish up at the other end with the other horse. Good morning, boss. All good? Yeah.
How the influencers are trying to go first. Let the kids go instead of influencers. The little children. Great job. It's going to look great on TikTok. You guys go and
They're just talking about let the kids go before the influencers. There aren't the influencers here. No idea what she's going on about.
there you go. There you go smile.
Very curious. Oh, somebody's called it a royal horse. I mean, it is, but it's unusual to hear the tourists refer to it as a royal horse. People are just standing right in front of the camera. It's so busy. There's nothing I can do about it, guys. Have to wait for Slick here on the left to move. It's totally in space. I can't even see the hoof at the moment, so forget about me getting the number. And there are at least 50 languages being spoken. Anyway, guys, it is Monty. Yeah, just had a little quick manual visual of the hoof number. It's Monty, 100%. Monty plus the masses. Look, a massive number of people at the front. It's like a Saturday, though, to be honest. What on earth? Even the kids like, I want to go see the other horse. I think people missed it so much yesterday. They all decided to come here this morning. Now this is not normal.
Yesterday was closed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think everybody came here this morning because they missed it yesterday. It's like, what on earth? Look at how many people there are.
I got copyright strike yesterday for doing live streaming on.
During the marathon. Yeah. Any event where there's pop music, don't risk it. Really? Maybe they're getting a bit more strict. Not good, is it? 1 second. Oh, wait. I can't really film the horses. I can't get close. I was going to ask the officers which horses, but I can't get close enough. You can see there's like a whole line of tourists between myself and the road. I mean, this is what we're dealing with, guys. I'm going to keep an eye on the gatesman because he's got a lot to deal with this many people. And he'll be emerging from the archway almost any moment. So that's definitely Monty. We will get the other ID at this end, I promise, shortly, folks. I will not forget to ID this other horse before the changeover. But let's see if we can get Gatesman's eye view, as it were, as he emerges through this absolute, I don't know, what is it? It's like a spaghetti soup of tourists. It really is like a Saturday. He will be leaving the archway at any moment. I like this skatesman, he's very serious. True pro. People just flooding over. Second, I think I've got a better spot. An even taller bro comes and stands in front of me. You can tell when Swedes and Norwegians and Danes are here because they end up being about 7 foot tall. To find somebody that's got one of those bronze coloured medals and ask them what it's for. Is it a participant's medal? Is it a complete, what's the word? Somebody that's completed it. It's a completer. Is that even a word? Completer. Sorry guys, I did say that my brain sometimes doesn't work properly. Finisher's medal, that's what I was looking for. I mean, we should all get a medal for finishing, shouldn't we? Yeah, no one's ever given me a medal for finishing though, alas. Okay, they're going to get a seat. I think pretty much, hopefully, that's how he's going to move. Let's see. Oh, glasses on the floor. It's 14 minutes past, so the bell is due. It's imminent. Ta-da! It's kind of cute, to be honest. Could have said thanks, but hey, we can't all be perfect. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Walkies. Look. Super cute little dog. Right. In fact, they were the last ones to get a perfect picture before the guard is off. Now at the front is busy, but not completely chaotic like it was a little earlier. Look at that face, like whoa! Yes, ladies, he is mightily impressive. I'm keeping a fine distance between myself and the trooper for obvious reasons, respect and also security. I'd hate to be the one that gets shouted at, I really would, and I mean that in all honesty. Is he coming through the gate or coming this way? Gosh, I'm actually relieved that he decided to go back through because I was in his way. I was really worried he was going to walk that way. I couldn't move. Damn it, I really don't want to get shouted at ever. Right, folks, chaos around Monty. Obviously he's popular because he's a big fluffy mammoth of a horse. But I mean, just look at it. Optically it looks like the bus is mowing through a sea of tourists, doesn't it? But don't worry guys, the tourists are fine. None of them are under the bus. Right, so, let's get that ID. The promised ID. Oh my god, here we go again, like another massive group of blue coats. It's like a sort of Butlins Day Out or something. Look at it all. Wow. Chaos. Okay. Oh, it's my horse. Let's see if we can grab that hoof number. This is Wallace, people. I haven't seen this horse here for a while. I say a while. This horse has been here this year, maybe last month. Been a good number of weeks, but I do remember he's on the horsey list. And I do also seem to remember he is a bit of a nipper. Let's wait and see. Wallace. And no guys, the other horse is not called Gromit, unfortunately. I'm not sure who the Wallace is that this horse is named after. I'm sure one of you could find out. Perhaps a riding instructor, famous trooper, or an officer in the Blues and Royals. So, yeah, definitely Wallace. So unknown horses first of all, with Ormonde, and now we have Monty on the left and Wallace here in front of me on the right. Ta-da! The crowds of people on Whitehall this morning are just completely unexpected. Look at this. All the way up towards Trafalgar Square. Oh, look, he's reaching out to nip her fingers. Second sacrifice. Still not yet actually ever seen the horse taking somebody's hat, guys. Actually take it off their head and either biting it, eating it, or tossing it on the ground. That I'm sure will come this summer. There were a few times it was closed last year, but it never actually happened.
So this is where they're guarding.
Oh, I hear that phrase here a lot. The Frenchy phrase, all the law.
Susi, ven por aquí.
Oh, guys, perilously close to the end of the video, which is an absolute tragedy. I'm almost in tears. I'm liking Wallace's curious personality, actually. Monty's a softie and will just let people pad him to death, but he never pushes them or shoves them. Wallace is a bit of a character. He's got a really soft young face as well. Oh, my husband's saying, no, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. This lady's completely oblivious to the fact there's already a tourist there getting a picture with the horse. Look, just butted in. Look. Is she complete? What am I missing here? That's extreme lack of social awareness or what? Look on the other woman's face. Is that, am I invisible? Do I have a cloak of invisibility on? Harry Potter style. Very curious. Anyway, folks, our last tourist of the day strolls up. All's well that ends well. Back soon, guys.